Hello, this is Mota from ACG, and welcome to another edition of the Hot Seat. Joining me today is Gee Rittenhouse from Cisco. Gee,
welcome.
Welcome to the Hot Seat. I think this is your first one, right?
It is. I've been looking forward to it for a long time.
Well, good. I'm excited, actually. You know, it's interesting, Gee, because when we look at what's going on in this space, right, it seems to be a lot of confusion, right? I think from an analyst perspective and being a former CTO, I see people getting excited about virtualization, SDN and NFV, and they feel that if they take an appliance, take the application, remove it, or if they take the control plane and data plane, they've solved all their problems, right? And in reality, I think you gain very little from that point of view. You need a higher level of orchestration to get the service agility, the automation, and the simplification. So I'm actually glad you're joining us now. You'll be surprised. There's some people that don't know you in the industry. So if you don't mind, go a little bit over your background, but more importantly, what your role is at Cisco here.
Sure. So I've been in the industry for over 20 years. The majority of that through the many mergers and acquisitions along Lucent Technologies, Alcatel-Lucent days. I helped run the software services and solutions business over at AOU, and actually was president of Bell Labs.
Okay. Nice.
So I came over to Cisco about a little over a year ago when the whole cloud and virtualization effort was formed here.
Right. Okay. Good. Now, when we look at orchestration, right, it seems to me that there's some confusion in the market, and hopefully you can clarify. I mean, we see vendors like Amdocs, Oracle, you know, where they take either an IT inventory top line approach or an IT perspective.
Right.
I mean, when we look at the competition in that area, is Cisco just approaching this with another Me Too, or is there any real differentiation there?
Yeah, basically what is happening is through this market transition, our customers and the industry are requiring three things from a vendor. One is automation, simplification, and business agility. These are the things that are driving this transition. And so you have people coming in from a traditional OSS type play, and as you point out, they're basically inventory based. But of course, when you're in the virtualized world, inventory loses its meaning. And so when you're coupled to large databases, you still are building on top of that, leading to the same kind of overall business complexity that we have today. With the virtualization space plus orchestration, we see a different paradigm, one built around models and the ability to create services and attach policy and resources to those services. And that's really where the automation comes from, is the ability to stand them up and tear them down very quickly.
And by doing that automation, that leads to the simplification and having that visibility.
Exactly. And quite frankly, the great thing about it is it's not restricted to NFV. So a lot of people think that NFV is going to solve our problems. When in fact they have 99% of their network is physical devices and legacy. So with the orchestration layer, it just doesn't help the NFV part, but it provides an abstraction layer of the physical network, so you can start adding that business agility to your current physical network, and be able to move the customers from today into that world of tomorrow around NFV in a very seamless way.
Yeah, I think that's an important point. A lot of people think they need to be fully virtualized or have some NFV implementation when you can implement some of those automations today. Now, when we look at from a Cisco's product point of view, are you able to break down the products, and are they customer facing or resource facing at all, so people can understand what it is Cisco sells?
So what we've done is at the orchestration layer, we've broken the orchestration layer into two pieces. One is a more southbound resource facing orchestration layer. We last summer acquired the market leader in that space, a Swedish company called TailF. And so everything around netconf and yang and models, because there's a lot of agility, being able to push this config and whatnot into the network. There's hundreds of thousands of devices, so, and it's always changing. So TailF really provides a lot of agility there. Then what we've done is we have a customer-facing orchestration layer around a marketplace that has SLAs, it has Jeopardy and whatnot. And it's that separation of the service
Right.
from the resources that gives you that business agility.
Right,
You can
that's right.
change the service or you can change the resource. And in the past, they were coupled together
Right, okay.
through inventory
Through inventory
management and OSS.
Yeah.
Now we've decoupled them,
Yeah.
leading to that business
Yeah,
agility.
no, I think in the key with TailF is vendor agnostic, correct?
Absolutely. In fact,
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
do is we support over 70 vendors
Wow.
today with TailF.
Yeah.
So
Now, I mean, what I like to close with, usually in the hot seat, we like to say, are these products real?
Yeah.
Right? And are you getting any customer traction of anything that you can share with us publicly?
Yeah, so certainly TailF is very real. As I said, we support 70 vendors.
Mhm.
We now are in about 50 POCs,
Okay.
both in the service provider side and the enterprise side,
enterprise as well.
with about 20 customers.
Right.
So it's live in the networks.
Right.
On the marketplace side, we're
Mhm.
also in a handful of tier 1 service providers,
Right.
and more going into the enterprise space through the recently announced Cisco One effort earlier this fall.
Right, okay. Well, you're officially off the hot seat.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure seeing you.
No, absolutely. With G, this is Ray Mota. Thanks for joining this edition of the Hot Seat.